Okay. Hi everyone. A very warm welcome to all of you. Thank you for joining in. Just gonna wait for a little bit for everyone to join in. My name is Bharti and I'm a clinical hypnotherapist as well as I love to work with the chakras as well as energy healing, sound healing. So I see some names familiar. Thank you so much guys for joining in. And those who can hear me and see me clearly, just let me know in the chat so I know that it's all good. Hi Mithisim, nice to see you as well. Okay, just waiting for a few more moments and we will be starting. Today we're going to be doing some understanding on the chakras and some live readings with my pendulum. I carried all my pendulums so that we can work with them. And I thought that whatever questions you guys have about the chakras, about the upcoming training, I'll be more than happy to take that as well. Okay, thank you so much Elena for letting me know. I really wanted to know that. Okay, so as we wait on and as we just wait for people to join in as well, if you guys have any questions about the chakra and if you have any specific intention or purpose that you would like to kind of take back from today, since you will be spending your time here, feel free to put it on the chat and I'm going to make a note of it. I'm going to do a group energy clearing as well as I'm going to be taking individual questions as in, since it's a virtual and it's online and it's a group thing, I'm going to give you a very broad reading of what I pick up on your energy. So feel free to just post your questions, post what it is that your intention is from this session today, and I'll give you a reading on your chakras basis that. Okay, so just send me some comments till I get my pen as well ready to take your details so we can work on this together. Any questions on chakras, feel free. Those who have got their chakra reading done before, feel free to share whatever information you would like to know about it. Or those of you who are here for the first time, I'm going to of course tell you a little bit about the chakras and then move on to the readings as well. And we'll be doing some simple tools as well as we go along. Okay, so I think somebody's asked me, is weight loss related to chakras? Definitely your weight is something which is on your physical body, and your energy body has a huge role to play with everything that's in your physical body. Not only weight loss, the pains, aches, everything to do with your physical is influenced in some way or the other by your chakras. So yes, when you are able to unblock the energies in the certain chakras which are perhaps causing this weight to stay on you, either as a security blanket or as whatever reason that this weight is not leaving you, once you're able to unblock that core reason, the weight loss will become a lot easier. And we've seen that working with a lot of clients. So thank you for asking that question. Hi Ravane, nice to see you as well. Okay, so let's begin with a very how will I know if my chakras are closed or open? That's a beautiful question, Valentina. So your chakras are, like I mentioned, your energy, okay? And there are many ways to tune into your energy. That's one. Two, your emotions is always an interpretation of how the energy is flowing in your system, right? So sometimes we may not be very aware of what kind of thoughts are going on in our mind which are blocking our energy, but our emotions is something that we can tune in very easily. So if you're feeling really good and suddenly something has triggered you and you're feeling bad, that emotion of feeling sad or that emotion of dipping is an indicator to you that the energy is blocking there, and that's something you need to work on. And then of course there are many ways that you can work with the chakras. Okay, so I hope that answers you in this broad perspective. However, when we kind of work together, or if you go for a reading, if you were to book for a reading, or if you would go for an energy cleansing, we can get very, very specific with where the energy is blocked, how we can work in helping you to unblock that energy, what are those patterns that are causing you to hold on to those blocks, and so on, right? Okay, that's great that answered your question. Hi Sarah, lovely to see you. Thank you so much. Okay, so keep the questions going, guys, and I'm gonna take you through a very basic understanding of the chakras. We're going to start from the very basic, that everything is energy, and energy has certain so to speak laws, that has so to speak principles. And if you are aware of these principles, if you are aware how energy works, then you are in charge of your energy. And when you are in charge of your energy, you are in charge of life. That's pretty much how it goes, right? So let's get ready to get in charge of our energy, to get in charge of our life. I'll share with you some simple concepts about the chakras, and share with you certain tools. Feel free to keep asking the questions. I'm making a note of them, and I will go on answering you. So starting again, okay, someone's asked about depression. Yes, we can work with depression. I wouldn't say that I would purely work only with the chakras, though when the energy starts to open up in the chakras, like I mentioned, everything physically, emotionally, at a thought level, all tends to get affected, influenced, right? So absolutely, when you are feeling depressed, there are certain reasons you're feeling depressed. It could be hormonal, which again can get influenced by the way the energy is blocked or not blocked. It could be because of a trauma. Now that trauma can be dealt with when we work with emotions. It could be from a place of something physical, certain medicines that you've taken, an effect of those medicines could have dealt with it. So there are different ways to deal with it, but rest assured, when you take charge of your energy, when you become aware of why you are feeling this way, once that awareness comes, you can definitely shift that feeling of depression or whatever it is that is keeping you down. So yes, we can work with that. Okay, so going back to like attracts like. Okay, whatever you attract, everything in your life, whatever you are in resonance with, which means whatever you are constantly thinking, whatever are your constant patterns, you are going to attract experiences that resonate with that, which basically means that if from the moment you wake up and you are in a chaotic space, and if your constant inner chatter is, oh my god, I can't get this right, oh my god, I can't get this right, or I'm always forgetful, or I'm always late, and many people do that unknowingly, right? So if your thought process is unknowingly or knowingly of a very low energy, of a very dense energy, okay, which is negative to some extent, it's not conducive to you and your goals and your conscious desires, then your energy will fluctuate basis that. Okay, so you will constantly feel this space of not feeling good enough or not doing the right things, and so on and so forth. So it's very important to be aware when we're working with our energy body, that what are the thoughts that are constantly in my mind. So make a journal. I say this to every single client of mine. Make a journal and just become aware of your thought patterns. Notice when is it that you're feeling not so good. Notice when is it that you're feeling elated. When you become aware of your own emotions, when you become aware of how your thoughts are, automatically things will start to shift for you. Okay, so that's the first one, which is like attract like. Now energy can never be created, it can never be destroyed, which basically means that when you have a certain thought, when you have a certain, when you've set out certain thoughts, when you've expressed certain visions, okay, in your mind, they will unfold into an experience, because energy can never be created or destroyed. It can only be transformed from one form to another form. Okay, and hence when we work with with the energy, we look at it as a very integrated process of these components that I already mentioned to you: your thoughts, your emotions, your energy body, which is your chakras, as well as your physical body. And then as a whole, you really benefit when the energy starts to open up. Automatically you will feel that your emotions are lighter. Till yesterday, something that really triggers you can today make you feel absolutely absolutely okay about it. Okay, perhaps you've been holding a lot of stiffness or pain or tension in your body, and once you start to understand the energy patterns and unlock those energy patterns, that pain in the body which has been nagging you for a long time can just disappear. So there are a whole lot of things that are possible when you actually start to work with the energy. So before we start moving on to all the different questions, and we get on to the readings and so on, I would like to once again remind you, remember, we are all energy. We have auras, we have chakras. Whether you sense it, feel it, experience it or not is a different thing. Just because I don't see something doesn't mean it does not exist. Same way, even if you cannot sense it or feel it, or you are with a group of people and they're like, oh, when I went into my meditation, I saw colors, and you are unable to see anything. Do not get disheartened or do not believe that this is not for you. It is all for you. Only thing is, since we are all unique energy frequencies, we experience life differently. We basically understand life differently. We react to life differently. So no two people can have the same experience. No two people can have the same energetic vibration or visions or absolutely anything from the same output that's coming. Okay, so feel free, again, like I said, to ask any question regarding chakras. I do want to share with you that our environment is also energy, guys, right? Remember that it's not like you yourself are energy and everything around us is static or it's happening because of a certain way. Everything is constantly shifting and changing, and the energetic vibration of our place, with the kind of people that are there, with the kind of discussions that are happening, with the kind of arguments or non-arguments that are happening, are influencing the energy of the room, of the space, of your office, of your home, wherever you may be. You may notice that you walk into a certain space and instantly you feel really uncomfortable. That's energy. That's the energy of that space, which is somewhere, you are finding it to be too heavy with your energy body, right? So our energy is always interacting and influencing, as well as getting influenced by the energy around us. So that's another thing that we must take good care of how to protect our energy, our auric field, as well as how to make sure that the energy of our space is always lifted. Okay, we meet so many people. Unknowingly, many a times, we pick up their energy as well. And if they are having a very troubled time, or if they are having, some kind of trauma in their lives, and if your energy boundaries are not strong enough, you may absorb their pain. And many, many people mention that. So it's just something to be aware of, that we must take good care of our energy body, cleansing it, protecting it, the same way like we do for our body. So if we have a bath every day, the same way we must do a grounding and an energy cleansing of our auric field every day, because the same debris is getting picked up in our fields, and then that energy goes back into our home, it goes back into our relationships, and so on, so forth, right? Someone's asked me if this session is recorded. I'm not very sure. Perhaps it would be at the end, but I'm sorry, I'm not really sure about that. Maybe admin can help me here. Guys from the team, if you can hear me, let me know if this is going to be recorded. Okay, so then for all those who are absolutely new to this, I'll tell you that today I'm going to discuss only the major chakras. So we have 7 major chakras, and these chakras are constantly evolving. They are always working with one another. Okay, so I'm going to talk about each one of them a bit, and then I will go on and do the readings for you. So someone's asked, is there a stone to protect our energy? Yes, there are. In fact, you can use couple of stones. We can also check what kind of energy you are more prone to and things like that. Black tourmaline on the top of my mind is a great one that you could use for yourself. Even tiger's eye is a wonderful one that you could use. So yes, there are stones, there are essential oils, there are different kind of mudras, there are various ways. You can do sage, you can do palo santo in your space for yourself. You can take certain kind of salt baths or salt soaks, those help as well. There are so many ways to protect your energy. And for an empath especially, like you mentioned, it's very, very important. Grounding, releasing, black tourmaline, like I mentioned, is something that you can definitely, use and find benefit with. Okay, I did miss one or two questions on the top. So if I have missed it and I'm unable to see it, please do post it back. What is the best way to cleanse the chakras? Okay, so what is the best way? There's no one way, but and again, best is very relative to each person. But what I would suggest is that always start with your lower chakras. Okay, that's the first thing. Grounding is an absolute must. Even if you do nothing else, and if you are in tune with your emotions and energy and you feel you've kind of absorbed stuff, okay, just simply walking on the grass, okay, connecting with the earth energy by simply visualizing that you're connecting with the earth energy and releasing it there. That's a great way to start for someone who does not have any practice. Second, getting into a meditation, doing some sort of sound healing, using crystals, using aroma. Those are again great ways. Working with color, so a lot of color therapy works as well with chakras. Focusing on one chakra and then kind of doing intentions, affirmations, that also really helps to kind of work with the chakras and charge them. But for when you're looking at purely cleansing them, then definitely we need to, work with the energy and see what are these blocks that you're holding on to. Crystals can work beautifully with, to assist in the same. And of course, we can then get into a whole lot of other modalities, which I don't want to talk about right now. But there is so much. There is pranic, there is Reiki, there is, just working with your higher self. That's something which I do as well. Just working with your higher self and asking to release whatever it is that you're holding on to, which, is no longer serving you. So that's another way. But very, very basically, start with color, start with chanting, start with grounding. That will really help you as well. Okay, now just to give you a few, just a few emotions, since I mentioned sometimes it's not so easy to know how the energy is flowing, but it's easier to understand the emotions related, right? So when your root chakra is kind of blocked, okay, you will have a lot of fear. You will have perhaps a lot of fear of moving forward. You will not feel very stable. There may be a sense of belonging which is missing. You may not be able to trust very easily in your relationships and so on. Okay, so whenever if you feel that we have a lot of issues in terms of fear, or if you have a lot of terms of sense of belonging, lack of the drive to move forward, motivation is missing to move forward, constantly being scared, root chakra is something we need to definitely address and work on. Okay, so that is something you can look at. The root is basically at the base of our spine, and the color related to the root is red. I'm giving you very, very basic details right now because in such a session there's not much time to really get into the details, and we can speak for hours or a full day on this. In fact, we do have a training coming up which is in September, and I will share the details with you a little bit later. I think it's 18th and 19th of September when we will be having this, so I will share the details with you on that. In that training, you will have a full idea of all the chakras and also learn how to read the energy for yourself or for those around you with a pendulum. And I will do that right now. Someone asked, can we ask for any chakra specifically? I didn't understand. You want to know if any of your specific chakras are blocked? If that's the case, yes, we can. I can do a reading right now. All I need for those who are interested in a reading is give me your date of birth and your full name. If you're uncomfortable in sharing your date of birth, even your full name, and then along with it give me your age, and I will be able to connect with you right now and give you a very broad reading, because on such a forum I will not give you very personalized or in-depth readings, but something broad, yes. Someone's asking if the event is in Abu Dhabi or Dubai. It's actually all over the world because it's virtual, so we're going to be doing it online, and yeah, so you can join in from absolutely anywhere that you are, Dubai or Abu Dhabi. But hopefully very, very soon we will have the training in Dubai and Abu Dhabi when borders are more open and things like that. Okay, so I am getting some dates, guys. If it gets missed, please do share it again. I will try my level best to do as many as possible. I'm going to start with Elena because it came up, and why I'll do the reading for all those who are present here is it will just give you a very broad idea of how it works. Okay, so I'm going to work with Elena, and Elena, I'm going to ask you a question now, which is going to be, do I have the permission to read your energy for this session? If you give me a thumbs up, I would be more than happy to connect forward. And in fact, everyone can just put a thumbs up after they give their date of birth, just so that it's, you know, I like to work with all the energy boundaries in place. Okay, so let's go for it. Okay. All right. I think, okay, great, Elena. I get it. Okay, guys, I request you, if you have shared the details and I missed it, just share it again. So I'm going to read it again. So I'm going with you right now. With your permission, I'm going to connect. So for those who are joining in now, we are just understanding how the energy in the chakras flows, and I'm doing some live readings for a few people who are keen. A very broad reading, nothing specific or personal, but just to show you how we can connect with the pendulum and read the energy, even though Elena and I are not, you know, next to each other. That's the whole thing. Energy is absolutely everywhere. It's not in one place or the other. Okay. Okay. I hope you can see the pendulum in this. Okay, and Elena, what I pick up for you on a very, very broad basis is that a lot of your energy is now driving you more and more towards the third eye. Okay, so you are perhaps either getting intuitive or you are intuitive, but there is, I see a lot of flow of energy in that side. Where I do see the energy kind of coming into a certain block is a lot around your sacral and your solar plexus as well. So the energy, I wouldn't say it's blocked, but it's definitely a little bit more sluggish, so to speak. And you tend to kind of either put, you know, your own desires or your own needs on the back burner, maybe because of the situation. I do, at the root, the energy is flowing well, which basically means something either is coming up, which is good, or something, some choice you've made, which is working well for you, or you will see the results of that soon. Okay, but yeah, more or less, if I was to ask you to focus, it would be on your sacral chakra, okay, and your solar plexus, your relationship with self, as well as you know, how you're flowing. Is there too much of inhibition or too much of restriction? Restriction is what I pick up somewhere in your sacral. But if you would like to discuss this more in detail, I'm more than happy to have a consult with you, and we can take it from there. Okay, so I hope that helps. Okay, and Elena, if there's anything you want to know more or on this, or if you want to say something, please feel free to, you know, post it here. I'm just checking the questions again here, guys. Okay, beautiful. Okay, so I now see this for Madhuri. Okay, Madhuri, I see your thumbs up as well. Let me do a reading for you. Okay, so just taking a reading for you, a very generic reading. Okay, so we'll start with the root. Okay, so Madhuri, what I pick for you is that a lot of your energy is actually moving upward again. I'm seeing a lot of people whose energies are actually moving upward right now. Okay, so not feeling very grounded, let me say that at this moment as I check your energy, not feeling very grounded. There's a lot of conflict in your energy. So I pick up a lot of chaotic energy all the way, especially in your lower chakras, your root chakra, your sacral chakra, your solar chakra. Your heart is flowing well, and that's the reason you're perhaps, probably being able to put things together, because I do pick up a lot of stress in the lower chakras. A lot of your energy is moving upward. That's the faith I think that you're operating with, and that's kind of helping you, I feel. Okay, but if I was to again ask you to work, I do pick up a lot of chaos and a lot of chaotic energy at the root. So you do focus a lot on your higher chakras, but do focus more on your ground, especially your ground and your solar, because a lot of this energy I pick up it's very chaotic. It's not blocked, but it constantly makes you feel uncomfortable in your space. Okay, feel free to share if this makes sense or not to you, and I'll be happy to, of course, do a more personalized reading for you as we go on. Okay. Someone's asked me, how will you share the details? So I do have details as in for the course. For the course, I will share with you in the comment, guys, and if anyone from the team is there, if you can also share, I'm putting it here. This is the email you can simply reach out to, and you will receive all the details, including there is a 15% discount on the course for all those who are reaching out on this email after this. So it's info@illuminationsworld.com. If you would prefer a WhatsApp, feel free to WhatsApp on this. Okay, yeah, so I got both of these going here now. Okay, I have Jojolina. Jojolina, is that your full name? I do get your, I'll just need your name if you can send it again until you send that. Okay, so I will work with Stephanie till such time, Jojolina, you send me that's your correct, is that your full name? I need your full name. So okay, Stephanie, I'll work with you right now. Okay, so we'll just see what's going on in your energy body, so to speak. Okay, Stephanie, what I pick up again for you at a very, very broad level is that there is something changing, or there is something which is which you are not finding the flow in, perhaps. Okay, it could either be something related to work. I can't really pick up in detail here, but if I was sitting with you, we would know exactly. However, it is either something to do with your work or something to do with a relationship where you are really unable to kind of, totally either move forward from it, or there is some change, or there is some shift which you're not very, very comfortable with, perhaps. I don't like to say it's a block till we actually work with it, but definitely there is resistance. So there is a transformation or a new journey or a new move or something different, a different path which is there, but there is perhaps resistance at your level, either to see it or to accept it or to flow with it. Okay, so definitely I see that in your energy. So kind of if you are able to work, I don't know what your practice is, but if you do have a practice, if you meditate, work on this resistance. I pick up a lot of resistance in your energy body. And you mentioned you are 88 born, so if I was to look at that, give me a minute. You should be focusing a whole lot in your your choices. That makes sense. So a lot of your choices, which is at your throat center, so a lot of your energy is needed in your throat chakra right now. So your expression, your choices are very, very important right now. Okay, so I hope that helps you. If you are interested to have a personal session or to get a private reading, feel free to contact on this email ID that I mentioned, info@illuminationsworld.com, and we'll be happy to book a consult for you and no more. Okay, I think Jojolina has sent us a message. It's okay, I get your name. I will just do that. But before I do that, I would just like to, once again, for those who have joined in now, recap here that we're talking about the chakras. We're talking about how your energy is constantly influencing your life, your choices, your emotions, your physical body, your relationships, your mood swings, absolutely everything. Everything that's going on in your life is influenced by the way your energy is flowing, and how your energy is constantly flowing is being influenced by the way you are feeling, the way you are thinking. And each chakra, I'm talking only about the 7 chakras today, not going into more details, but each chakra has a role to play. I was talking about the root, which is about your grounding, it's about your relationships, it's about your finances, and so on. Your sacral is a lot to do with your creativity, your creation, your sexuality, your expression. Okay, so your pleasure, your joy, your ability to be spontaneous, to flow in life, all of that is in your sacral chakra. So when the energy in the sacral is blocked, you really miss the joy of life. You may have everything, you may have great relationships, or you may have a lot of abundance, or you may just not have any of this, and you're always missing the joy in life. So even if you have all of this, you are still in a state where you don't experience joy out of it. Everything is just there because it's there. So that's a very key one of the sacral as well. And also feeling very rigid, not being able to really move forward, not being able to enjoy and flow. Like literally flow is missing in life. It's more, so to speak, rigid over there. Okay, so that is your sacral chakra. I will do one more reading for Jojolina, and then we'll come to the solar. We'll talk about the solar as well. Okay, so I'm going ahead, Jojolina, for you. Totally, you have some very beautiful energy flowing in you. The one place where you don't really make use a lot of this beautiful energy that you have is in your solar plexus again. So there is some sort of either doubt, or you don't really allow yourself to be at your highest potential. There is some sort of a pullback or a trauma from the past, or somewhere you just don't believe in yourself as much as you should. You are intuitive. You have a lot of good energy connection in your higher chakras as well. But from what I pick up here is that you are unable to really translate it to the extent that you would like to. And if you were to do a lot more of self-acceptance as well as a little bit more of belief work for yourself, perhaps something from the childhood needs to be released. I don't exactly go into it, but I do see something. If you release that as well, I think you will be able to really work with your energies a lot better. Okay, because the energy flow for you is quite beautiful. It's just that somewhere, because of your own, either somewhere your fear to this intuitiveness or your non-belief in self, there is this, it slows down. So the momentum is kind of down there. So yeah, I hope that helps you. Okay, so I do see Roma. Roma, I don't have your date of birth here. If you can send me your date of birth, then I will be able to definitely work on with you. Okay, we will just come back to the next reading, guys. So coming to the next thing, which is your solar plexus. So we just, in fact, that's great. We just, did a reading where I talked about solar plexus. Solar plexus is all and all about your relationship with yourself. Okay, your potential, your belief in yourself, how much you really respect yourself, what you really think of yourself. Okay, so all of that is to do with your solar plexus. I'm glad, Jojo, that made sense to you. Fantastic. Okay, so it's all about your relationship with yourself. Okay, it's a space of you tapping into your power. It's the space of you tapping into your potential, believing in yourself, and knowing that you can do a whole lot of things in life. Okay, and and when self-acceptance happens, then self-love happens. And when self-love happens at the heart, that's when we are able to have healthy relationships, because the energy at the heart is all about unconditional love. But if I cannot love myself unconditionally, I will at some level notice or experience relationships which also project conditional love, so to speak. Okay, just something that to think about, that if I cannot love myself, if I cannot let go of all the judgments, if I cannot let go of all the labels at my solar plexus level, then I'm unable to really tap into the expanse of the energy in the heart. Okay, so that's something to think about for yourself. Okay, so there was somebody else who had mentioned here. I'm sorry, the messages just go off, guys. I apologize if I've missed anyone's, and I'm happy to, take it on a consult with you if I missed you and you're reading, and if you really, need it. I see Zara here. Zara, but I don't see your date of birth, so I would have to move forward. I see... Okay, I see Zara's date of birth. Okay, great. So I will just do a quick reading for Zara as well here. Zara, I hope you're still here. Just give me a thumbs up, because I think this message came some time back. Just connecting with Zara. Guys, any other questions you have generally about the chakra system, about knowing more about your energy, feel free to post that as well. Okay, two things I get for you, Zara. One is your openness to receive is very closed. Okay, so at a conscious level you may have faith, or you may believe that you have support, but somewhere at a more deeper level you have blocked receiving. So there is a lot of efforting, so to speak, that you need to do. I pick up pain in the heart. I'm not going to delve into that because this is a group forum and I don't want to get into the details of that, but I do pick up pain in the heart, and definitely gratitude and forgiveness is something that can help you. Okay, so I do pick up that. Of course, the rest of your energy will open up more once the energy of your heart tends to open up more and your ability to receive gets stronger. Okay, so that is something which you look at. I would work on the heart chakra for sure. Okay, someone's asked me a question about their job, I think. Okay, this is regarding comes halfway, goes back. Which chakra should I work on for this? Now again, we'll need to discuss, but it's a great question because we need to understand where is this coming from. Is there a fear? Very often when we have conflicting thoughts, I want this job, and this is applicable to absolutely everyone, yeah, and different areas of life. Many a times I see this in relationships as well. I get so many clients who come, I'm sorry Neetu, I'm just coming back to that, but this connected me to this, and this would apply to many people. Many times clients come to me talking about relationships, saying that I get into this relationship, it's easy for me to find a partner, but then midway into it, commitment is a problem, or I keep almost getting into a relationship and then it goes down south. So what this is, this particular thing where you keep almost touching that success or almost receiving it but not, is that somewhere within your own space you do have a lot of conflicting thoughts about it. There may be limiting beliefs about, if I start working, I may not have priority for my relationships or my children. I don't know what's the case with you. I haven't done the reading, but whenever we have this doubt within us that I want it, or there is a fear of success somewhere, or there is a fear of our own capability and capacity, many a times this pattern does tend to emerge. So what you can do is definitely start with a journal. If you really want that job, create every single day expressing gratitude like you've already received that job, and talk about how brilliant this job is for you and how you want it. So this is going to kind of reframe the vibration of those limited patterns you might have at the back of your mind, in your subconscious mind, which are creating this energy of conflict for you receiving it. So try that. Maybe that could help you as well. Okay, what else do we have here? Okay, thank you, Juliana. That's really kind of you. Thank you, Zara. I'm glad that helped. Can chakra balance the hormones? Yes, it can. Yes, because if you look at our entire endocrine system, it is absolutely in sync with our chakra system. Okay, your pineal, your pituitary, your third eye, your crown, your thymus is with your heart chakra, your thyroid, your throat chakra. Okay, so you have all of these different hormones, your glands, which are in sync with the way the chakras are in our bodies as well. When the energy starts to open up with the chakras, the imprints that have been caused at the physical body level do tend to start shift. And I'm not saying it's magical that one fine morning you will wake up and it'll all be gone. No, not at all. But over a period of time, you will notice that everything starts to kind of come into some sort of balance. Okay, and if we work, we can always discuss what are the hormones that are off range, and we can work with specific exercises for those chakras and work with affirmations for those chakras. And honestly speaking, this is something you can work on yourself as well. Do take the details for the training. Those of you who are really interested to know more, what I'm doing with the pendulum right now, reading your energy, is exactly what I am teaching on the 18th and 19th of September. Okay, and I'm going to be teaching you how you can read the energy yourself, tune in, get more intuitive, connected, and then use a pendulum to read the energies. And once you've read the energies, how to help balance the chakras through various ways. Affirmations being one of the most prominent ones, because affirmations help to work with the beliefs, and beliefs obviously have vibrations. If I have a limited belief about myself which says I'm not good enough, then that limited belief will keep playing up every time I want to do something good for myself or for my family or for my abundance or my health. And when that vibration is in my field, automatically what the experiences will unfold will be in sync with those vibrations. So our beliefs are key, very key. So we can work with those beliefs and change them and then move from there. Okay, so how to improve better feminine energy? Beautiful. Feminine energy, again, your sacral chakra, I would definitely ask you to work on it. That's a lot of your feminine energy lies there, that creative energy that lies there. And again, the many a times when I work with clients, I notice the sacral and the way the heart and the throat, there is some sort of synchronicity there. So it will be a good idea to check how your energy is flowing in your sacral, your heart, as well as in your throat chakra, and then we can work on that. You know, a lot of, to start with, you can work with the sacral. Lot of the color orange resonates with the sacral. There are chants for the sacral. You can do certain yin yoga poses which work beautifully to open the energy there as well. So yeah, that is something that you can work with. That's great, Valentina. Do contact our team at info@illuminationsworld.com, and there is a 15% discount right now for this particular course, which is happening online on 18th and 19th September. What kind of ways does your body respond physically if one of your chakras are blocked? Okay, great question again. Everyone, when I started off, I did mention that everyone is different. We are all unique frequencies. We are all unique energetic beings. Okay. And so each one of us will manifest that block differently. For some people it could be emotional, for some people at a physical level it could be with a certain pain, it could be with a disease, it could be with if it's a boundary issue, for example, many times eczema, psoriasis, very common ones. If someone has a lot of energy blocked in their root chakra, they would tend to have issues with the legs, with the lower back. If the sacred energy is very unblocked, is very blocked for a person, you may have issues with you know, your entire fertility, a lot of the polycystic ovaries, a lot of issues with your you know, your cycle, your menstrual cycles and things like that. So it really depends how a person, so why that energy is blocking in the first place is important, and that's something which we can understand. Energy gets blocked in certain organs and then they manifest in, you know, they manifest the block in different ways. So yeah, it could be something like an ailment, it could be just some kind of an irritation, allergy. All of these go back to how the energy is really in your chants are good. Yes, chants are very, very good. Someone has asked. Okay, so Aditi. Yeah, Aditi. I'll take Aditi's now. We have time for maybe one or two more. Okay, so Aditi, I will just do a quick reading for you. Let me know if you're still here, because I think again this message came some time back. Okay, so let's go for Aditi. I have told you so far about the solar and to some extent the heart as well. So the heart, like I was mentioning, it's all about unconditional love. It's all about the energy of looking at life with love. And then I'll go forward. Yes, Aditi, I get that you're here. I'm just coming to that. Just thought I'll finish off heart as well. Okay, so heart chakra is the, you know, the gateway to your higher chakras. Everything till your solar is your lower chakras, the more physical plane, the lower chakras. Okay, it's more about the earth energy and the earth and our experiences. Heart onward is more about that oneness. It's more about that love. It's more about expansion. Okay, so many a times people believe heart energy is to do with their one-to-one relationship with their partner, and I always tell them it's not just that. It's your ability to look at life experiences with the frequency of love and not with the frequency of fear, because that's what life is all about. How can we expand? How can we let go the past? How can we move into an energy of appreciation and gratitude? And that expands the heart energy. This then takes us into the energy of the throat, which is again about expression, about our choices, about our self-belief, about our goals, because everything is then moving into what are those final lessons of oneness that are all the way up here. Okay, so let's quickly do Aditi here. I do have your details. Okay, so just connecting with you. Okay, Aditi. Somewhere I pick up there is a lot of resistance, and there is also some amount of fear that I pick up. Okay, there is fear about what's going to happen, or it could be the fear of the general environment. A lot of us are in fear these days. Okay, so it could be that as well, but I do pick up some amount of fear. I do pick up some amount of resistance as well. Okay, I do also pick up that there is a lot of either chaos, or you are feeling very confused about one path or the other again. Okay, so either someone wants you to do something, but you want to do something else, maybe something around those lines. But I think grounding right now will really help you, because that's the first place to start. Do a lot of work on your root chakra. Start with grounding. You can meditate, you can do chants, you can walk barefoot on the earth every day. You can, bring in a lot of red in your life, because red is the color of the earth energy. So kind of using that color therapy. You can also work with crystals or essential oils if you like. Feel free to, just connect with us for a consult if you like, and I can share with you how you can do it. But opening up that energy will really help you, and I feel once you open up that root chakra, the energy which is getting blocked at the sacral and the solar will tend to kind of open up, because it's not really blocked, but it's more about this space. It's a very transitory kind of a confusion. Thank you. I like to know that it worked for you. That's really nice. Wonderful. And so get onto that. Okay, so get onto that space of trying to leave that resistance and find your grounding, because your energy, I feel, is getting scattered right now, and that's not good for you, because we only have that much energy, and we should use that energy. Energy is infinite, but our body is physical. So each day, the amount of energy that we can actually utilize is limited. But if we choose to utilize that energy into something from the past, or something which is triggering or annoying us, our own goals, our own things get kind of let go. Okay, so coming to the higher chakras, I already discussed heart. Throat, I told you, is all about expression, about communication, guys. It's all about making the right choices. And when you make the right choices, you will feel this expanse of energy. One example I always give is that when you say yes to something, when you want to say no, just notice that literal drop of energy. It's like your energy is draining. It's like kind of leaving you and moving down. Okay, that shows you that you are moving away from what you really either want to do or what is truly right for you. Be aware of this. Every time you say something which you truly don't want to do, you will instantly feel like a rush of energy going down. And I've seen that like across so many clients, whoever I worked with, they all have mostly agreed with this. So notice this for yourself as well. Okay, that is again, before I do take another one, I want to once again remind you, 18th, 19th September, join us for or even 18th September to start with, and see if you want to join the advanced after that. 18th September is the basic chakra diagnosis course. It's online, guys, and our team is giving a 15% discount for anyone who is contacting them between today and tomorrow on and I'm just putting the address again. Please do reach out if you are keen. I'm happy to also do a consult with you if you need more details. illuminationsworld.com. That's what we are, info@illuminationsworld.com. You message them here, or if you want to WhatsApp, it's 05087511907. There you go. So these are the numbers, and this is the WhatsApp, and that is the email for anyone who is keen to join us for the online course. And in that, learn all about your chakras. I will share with you everything that I have learned over the years, and every year with every class, you just pick up something more. Okay, so I'm always super excited about these chakra diagnosis classes. So do get in touch and do share with us, and I will the team will give you that 15% discount, and I look forward to then working with you. I see Valentina here, so I'm gonna do a reading for Valentina, guys, and then I'm gonna just share with you one tool right after. Okay, so there you go, Valentina. I will just work with you. So now I will take it. Okay, Valentina, again, I pick up heart is where you really need to work with right now. Okay, the heart is influencing a whole lot of things. Your energy is very beautiful, I must say that, because you have a very, very powerful energy. It's just that you are unable to really channel it completely right now. Something is happening, or something has happened in the past which you've not completely released cords with, and that is kind of taking either your energy away, or something which is stopping you. Yeah, that's what I pick up. If I have to put a word to it, something that's stopping you is in your heart. You've not completely let it go. Otherwise, your energy is very beautiful. You can be very intuitive as well if you choose to believe it. Sometimes, yeah, you can be very intuitive. Yeah, and the energy, sometimes you are not in this receiving mode, again because of the heart. Yes, heart chakra. Thank you so much, Valentina. That's really very kind. Do work with us, please. Do feel free to come for a session, join us for the course if you would like. We have tons of meditations online as well as in Dubai and Abu Dhabi, so would love to see all of you. Yeah. Oh, you're a tarot reader. Fantastic. Wonderful. And you are intuitive. Could see that. Absolutely brilliant. Okay, so again, guys, telling you one more time, please do join us for the course. I would love to have you there. It's an online course. Very soon I think it's going to be more in the center. Online is a beautiful experience as well, so do join us. One tool I want to give you before we we close off today is that I did mention the journal to you. Besides the journal, guys, do every day, even if you can say maybe 21 minutes, if it's not too much to ask, on per chakra you spend some time. So 7 chakras, 3 minutes per chakra you spend, and you just visualize the colors. Okay, so your root chakra is red, so take your awareness to your root chakra. You can even take your hand and place it on your root chakra. Bring your awareness to that, connect with the energy of the earth, bring in the vibrations of the earth, and you could chant if you like, Lam. You could just simply visualize the color red, or you could simply surrender as well. Then you move to the second chakra. Some people like to work on each chakra every day. Others also like that they work for like 7 days. One day they only work for the root. So you see how it works for you, and you continue with that. We only have 1 minute remaining, so I apologize to everyone here who I could not take the reading. However, please feel free to contact on the email, and I'll be more than happy to do a consult with you, and then we can do a reading for you and whatever else that that you would like to know today. Since it was limited time, I could only do whatever was coming up, and I do hope that helped you. I would love to connect with you online. So in info@illuminationsworld.com is where you need to contact even for a consult. And if you're looking for basically the training, then definitely let them know you joined us today, and they'll be providing a 15% discount for you. I see MK here. Hi MK, nice to see you as well. I will definitely connect with you post this. So many of you today after a long time online, so happy for that. And do stay in touch, and I hope to see you very